Well. Oh, shut up. I have returned. It wasn't even my fault. The stream just died. Because the power died. I kind of called that, didn't I? I kind of called that shit. Yeah, let's get back to where we were, huh? This over here, this here, and then okay. Cool, we're back. Like it never even happened. Picking up right where we left off. I just gotta do one more thing here.
Set your butt in first. I sat inside. Yo, call Jake and get my lawyer.
You said this like 5 times.
Here's something else I don't understand. Skeeter Jean is not even here.
Yes, he is.
This is like this isn't even about the squatter anymore. What is going on? He went rogue. This is like a solo side quest. He is just not on camera. Oh, he is? He is still there? Okay.
Some of them try to make sense of the situation.
I haven't seen him in a single one of these clips.
So we got 4? I got 4 right now. This is absurd, dude. Was he arresting him too?
Oh, get out and get off the property now.
Yes, sir. I was not a part of this.
Then you better walk away quickly.
Yes, sir. I was just in the car. I'll leave.
Yes, sir. I was not a part of this. This is not my idea.
Downtown unit, can you light this black SUV up right here for us? Good. He's pulling up and stopping him for us.
We were just trying to pick over our friend up.
Okay, well, you can't stop in the middle of the road.
Okay. Sorry about that.
So he wasn't here. He just arrived. So he must have heard what happened and then showed up. I am flabbergasted at how many people showed up here from stream sniping Gideon. I don't know if he had like made it like a public thing, like guys, come on, roll through, and turning it into like, you know, fucking fire fest of squatters or something here. But like 50 kids come through here, like it was fucking trunk or treat. There were so many kids that showed up that were getting like recruited by Gideon to like go into the McDonald's, let's go, you know, find Joe, that kind of thing. Where's Waldo? Let's go get him, that kind of shit. And it ends up being like an entire raid wipe. Like the entire raid just gets wiped here. The cops start like dispersing them. A few of them get arrested in addition to Gideon. So now they've got an issue on their hands for showing up and like buying into this and going along with it. It's just such a mess. I get being frustrated with squatters, but this is just not the way, not at all. I mean, yeah, he's not squatting in the McDonald's. Exactly.
If you guys aren't getting food, get out.
No, we are.
You saying what?
We're just kind of confused.
Yeah, I was just asking what was going on.
We're not getting food. Get out.
Showed up for this.
Stuff too?
It's like 50 dudes.
We were staying at the house, and then we just pulled up.
And I gave it to them. They're all still out there.
Oh, it's Joe.
Hang out with him for a little bit. I don't know if they should. Oh, what about Skeeter? Where did he go?
I have no idea where he went. The ones that came up on the property.
Did you ticket him?
I think you got a ticket. I don't know. The ones that came up on the property and were causing disturbance on the property are the ones that went to jail. I don't even know honestly who we have. We got quite a few. So
All right, thank you.
Yep, if they come back into
What
the...
about this black guy over here? He was at the house.
Well,
And the guy with the glasses,
yeah, I gotcha. So
he was at the house.
the problem was that they were here, and the ones that were causing an issue here is who went with us right now. Because they could have been at the house. They're allowed at the house because someone...
Joe looks like he just crawled out of a time machine, bro. This guy looks like he just left Jumanji.
Not to come on the property here.
Doc
And,
Brown looking head ass.
allowed to come on my property.
Joe does seem like a big ol' asshole, though. I'll tell you what, man. I will tell you what. They should have just taken a page out of the Asian Andy playbook for the right way to handle a squatter.
Am I officially under arrest?
Yes, sir. I guess. You're for breach of peace is what it sounds like, all right? Breach of peace.
Even though I was on a public easement. Okay. What is the officer's name that arrested me?
You'll get all that when we get back to this station.
Okay. I just want you guys to know that once this case gets dropped, I am going to get a constitutional rights lawyer, and I'm going to go after you guys' qualified immunity, and you guys will be in a deposition. You will have to answer for that because the DA is not going to take this case. It's going to get dropped when it gets dismissed.
We don't have a DA. The fuck?
Damn, it's like some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2 right there. Telling you what's about to happen. Has it worked out like that so far?
Shouldn't go that way.
Okay.
They set up the music equipment and speakers upstairs.
Yeah, I was there for that earlier today.
This is what I just don't understand. He has been at this McDonald's for presumably hours now. He is not in the house. Why not just change the locks? If he is
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Change the fucking locks. You've done the hard part. You got him out. Like, what is that guy's name? Flash, the squatters guy, Flash Steel. What is his name? I can't remember his name, but there is a guy who literally does this for a living for people that have squatters. He goes in, he annoys them to the point they leave, and then while they're out, he then takes it back from them. And something you can do, if he is a squatter, it is literally not his house, but this is a civil matter, so the police can't do anything. Like there's
I'm sorry, the power went out, and then the timer just turned off with the reptile lights, and it freaked me out. I was like, oh no, not again!
There's a ton of things you can do. You can take their stuff out of the house and move it outside. What the fuck is that guy's name? Flash something. Flash Shelton. Thank you. Yeah, Flash Shelton. This guy actually has a really cool history for how he got into it. He's the squatting the squatters guy. I don't know if he still does it. This was a while back.
Squatting the squatters is crazy.
Is that real? Oh, this guy must have blown up since the last time we checked him out, like 4 years ago. But again, it is a valuable service because squatters have so much protection. Like, there are so many squatters' rights that are impossible to fucking navigate for just a normal person. And the system
no
does
you
nothing to
type
actually
shit.
punish it.
Uno
Now,
reverse.
Here's Charlie post-game analysis here, because on stream, multiple people mentioned that you cannot change the locks on squatters. It's illegal. And then I thought it just was like a state-by-state thing. But it looks like, no, that is actually universally condemned and is illegal. It's called self-help eviction, which is also illegal here in Florida, which is
That's crazy. That's
mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I won't even get into that
What the
right now.
fuck?
What I find very...
You moved yourself in. You live here because what? You're telling me I can't just kick you out? That's nuts.
surprising, though, is that you, as the homeowner, can't change the locks on a squatter when one decides to infect it. But I have seen on numerous occasions with squatters, they go in and one of the first things they do is change the locks, which apparently squatters can do, but you as the homeowner can't, because then you can get arrested and face charges if you do. You also, at least in Florida, cannot move out their items when they're away. Again, items that are unlawfully in your residence, you can't do that. This is what I'm saying, man. When it comes to squatters, there is so
fucking
much
wild.
baloney, like just so much fucking horseradish around it that I am not surprised to see like people taking it into their own hands, like the Asian Andy thing, like what this probably started as, trying to get a squatter out. Like, I understand that. It clearly devolved into something very different there that is pretty hard to justify or defend. But like the actual meat and potatoes of it is there is a problem with how protected squatters are, that you are very, very limited in what you can legally do to get them out. I remember not long ago, it was like a year ago, I went down this rabbit hole. I think it was on stream, maybe it wasn't. Learning about this individual, this lady who went on a vacation. She took like a month vacation, and when she came back, she learned that there was a squatter in her residence. And she tried everything, exhausting all legal options. The police do not do anything about squatters. It is ruled a civil matter. The police literally can't do anything about it, even if there is a drive for them to. Like, if they really want to, they still can't. They legally cannot intervene in a squatting dispute, a squatting situation. But this lady came home, tried everything to get the squatter out, unsuccessful. This battle went on for months, financially butt-fucking her, just draining her, until eventually it made it through the system, and I think it took like over a year to get resolved. But the financial burden that placed upon her was sickening. And it feels like it should just be such a clear-cut issue. Like, squatters, I can't believe how much protection there is for squatters and how little there is for a homeowner who is the victim of a squatter. So, I'm trying not to just regurgitate what I've said millions of times about squatters at this point, but since this started with trying to get a squatter out, it feels pertinent to at least talk about it a little bit. It's fucked up.
Qualified immunity.
I am the junior person here.
I want his qualified immunity.
1363.
I know my
We're crossing
constitutional
the
rights.
block.
I know my rights.
Here, I you want to get back to your vehicle.
Officer,
No, they're
how
not.
can someone be trespassed that never even went inside? What sense does that make? So you unlawfully arrested those other people, and then with me, I'm on the sidewalk voicing my displeasure with this police department, and you guys...
There's no Phoenix writing your way out of this, man. There's just no
No.
Is there a body camera in here?
Yes, sir, it's on. It's recording right now.
Not awesome, brother.
Hey, you know when I get out, we're just going right back to the house. You know that, right? So you guys aren't accomplishing anything. You're wasting taxpayer dollars. I'd appreciate if you get my glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, where are they?
They fell in the...
Yeah, I'll grab them.
Yo, what's good, my man? Don't worry, I'll pay for your bond. It's not gonna stick.
You guys can just come up to this counter.
Get us with the best civil rights attorney.
Yep, right there's good for me. Stay right there for 1 second.
Ultimately, Gideon Adams was charged with misdemeanor, stalking, and breach of peace. The other 3 crew members were each charged with 1 count of breach of peace as well. A judge set Gideon's bond at $10,000, which he posted to secure his release. The other 3 crew members also posted personal bonds. While Gideon was in jail, his and Skeeter's fans made hundreds of calls to the Woodhaven Police Department and Downriver Dispatch. Some callers reported fictitious crimes, including a false homicide, while others flooded the Woodhaven Police Department's Facebook page with messages. And upon his release, Gideon launched a campaign called Free Gideon, claiming it would prove his innocence and what he believed was the bias officers had shown in favor of Joe.
I'm not sure what all Gideon has said about this after the fact, but
We're gonna find out here in a second.
That is just horse hockey there, man. There wasn't a bias for Joe. Like, you very clearly went over the line here when it came to this squatting situation, following him around, and then routinely going into that McDonald's, trying to film it, sending an army of kids in there to also do your bidding as well. The employees didn't want you in there doing that either. Like, the actual workers that are just
Yeah, nobody wanted you there, bro.
Now getting, forced into this content to be fucking props, NPCs for this content here, where you've gone way outside the scope of, like, trying to get a squatter out of a residence. Like, it's just... There's no bias here. Like, they did what they were supposed to do. They were called about, like, this disruption here, and they trespassed you, and you kept going. So, like, obviously, this was going to just continue. Like, him and everyone that showed up kept escalating it, so it eventually did lead to these arrests. I don't think there's going to be any, like, long-lasting effects from it. I don't think Gideon or the others that got arrested are going to go to jail or anything. I imagine there will just be, like, a fine or something like that, and that'll be it. But, like, even still, it's such a easily avoidable situation because they took what is something a lot of people understand, trying to get a squatter out, and turned it into this. which is just extremely hard to defend and is just a really bad look.
2026, where his defense attorney will begin addressing the stalking and breach of peace charges. If convicted, he could face up to 93 days in jail for breaching the peace and up to 1 year in jail or a $1,000 fine for stalking.
Look at the Code Blue recent
He's
post.
gonna go to jail.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
He's a
no.
Oh, fuck. Yikes, that must have been a rough notification. Man,
Bro.
that's actually sad to see, bro.
And then you tried to get the video taken
No,
down.
the email's not from Gideon. It even says right there, bro. This isn't from them. I'm just saying this is still cringe. This is him. What are you talking about, proven fake? Proven fake by opening your eyes, maybe. Obviously. This is just his community members reaching out.
Oh, okay.
No,
Never mind.
There's no world where he's actually going to jail. That's not going to happen. No doubt in my mind. He's not going for 93 days in jail or a year in jail or anything like that. I have no doubt about that. But this is still such a bad look.
No, it's incredibly
He
a
did
bad look.
basically everything wrong after getting the squatter out of the house. It'll just
Escalated,
get fine.
escalated.
By the way, Joe has a violent criminal record, so sending kids there to stalk him is even worse. Even without the... That's frightening. But even without the violent criminal record, it's crazy to just start sending random kids to start doing that.
No, yeah, the
Have
entire
them
thing is just
arrested, too,
fucking
which affects
wild.
them in the future. No, that's not gonna last or anything. I mean, that sucks. That's definitely like a lesson learned type of moment for them, but I don't think it's going to affect their future or anything
Okay,
like
I was
that.
gonna see if there's any more talking.
You think Gideon can mend his reputation after this if he owns up to the mistakes? I don't see why not. Ultimately, he didn't hurt anyone or anything like that. This was just a extremely poorly handled and seemingly clout-driven spectacle that he was putting on here to try and farm as much money and as many views off of this situation as he possibly could, and flew a little too close to the sun. Like, like I said, I don't think this is not, like, I don't think it's unsalvageable. It is just a really bad and embarrassing look. He made a clown of himself here. Which is upsetting and disappointing to see, but I imagine he'll own up to it, like I would think. I'm hoping that he will, at least. Hopefully there'll be like a mature response to it from him about this.
We're gonna find
As I said, I don't think
out.
he's going to jail or anything, nor do I think the others that were arrested will see the inside of a cell either. But yeah, just a fucking mess, and really, really blew that, unfortunately. That's really about it. So yeah.
That's about it. See ya. All right, so now we get to watch his response to the whole thing.
Yo, what's good, y'all, man? So, this is genuinely gonna be my last video ever like this. I'm never gonna make a video like this again, but, you know, obviously you guys know what's all going on. You guys saw me getting arrested. You guys saw Cold Blue's video and everything. And, I did a reaction to it, kind of like, oh, no, this wasn't right. This is how it happened, da-da-da, da-da-da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just, like, inward reflection. And I've been talking to my fiance a lot. And I just kind of came to realize, you know, what I was doing wrong. And I also came to realize that truly the boy was spiraling, you know.
Okay.
I was genuinely losing the plot. And I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, you know, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And
yeah.
I come along doing what I was doing. And if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean? Now I had to pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything. And that money could have been used for the betterment of society, but now it's being used in the legal.
4 out of 10 YouTube apology, no ukulele or a dog. Come on, give the man a chance.
System, you know what I mean? And it's just
There is Aang doing his trick in the back. We're chilling.
it's completely unnecessary, and it's
Like,
completely my
fuck,
fault.
we can't remember what it's
And
called.
while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, you know, genuinely, I was just being not only just an ass, but annoying. And I've come to realize that, you know, genuinely,
What is drunk and disorderly other than being annoying?
streaming makes me the worst me, you know. Thinking back on it, every quote unquote controversy, not even quote unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended
Like how
on
as soon as I
Twitter
said
for
something about being
negative,
drunk.
it's always been for some streaming clip, you know. Like the first one that comes to mind is the Pokemon situation. Then the second one that comes to mind is, you know, the Logan Paul thing. And then besides all that, like, bro, I've been in countless beefs, and a majority, I would say probably like 85% of those beefs have come from streaming, you know? And I think what it is genuinely is, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to just look at a chat for hours on end and you're just like in real time getting opinions of people. And then, you know, I know probably some of my other streamers can attest to this. You know, you see somebody in the chat say boring or L stream or something like that. And then it flips a switch in you where you want to be more entertaining and you want to, you know, pump
That's when you start screaming slurs.
up the levels and everything, and you want to entertain. And I think the reason why I gravitated so much to streaming is because I think I'm just like a instant gratification person, and there is no better instant gratification than you streaming. Because when you make a video, you don't get that instant gratification. You can know you made a fire video, kind of like my
It's
going to the most racist town
true.
in America video. Like I know that was a fire video, but it took like a month plus to get it edited and perfect. And then when I posted it, you know, it didn't pop off at first. It was actually a 10 out of 10. And then over time, it grew and grew and grew, and it did what I thought it was going
And
to do.
okay,
But it
now we're
wasn't instant
just
gratification. Whereas when you stream, you know, you can have streams where right out the gate you have, you know, thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people watching you then and there, and then people are clipping you like right away and stuff like that, and you get that instant gratification. But I'm realizing that's not good for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's bad.
he's
for
high
everybody,
off of
because you
it.
got people like Queso and Jinxie and a bunch of other streamers who can stream and not, you know, causing controversies and just keep it entertaining. But, you know, genuinely, I'm not that guy, pal. I'm gonna be real. And so, like,
You're
I'm
not that
on
guy.
here, you know, apologizing or anything, because I don't owe you guys an apology. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't affect any of y'all. But I do want to say that I see where
It's true. He did affect himself more than anybody else. He just kind of made an ass of himself. Didn't really hurt anybody. So I mean, at least there's that.
I was wrong 1,000%. And to the people I do owe an apology to, you know, I've given them to them, you know, to the boys who got arrested. They're all 18 plus, by the way. I know a lot of people were saying that they were minors. They're all 18 plus, but still, you know, I put them in that situation and they didn't have to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't have ever been there, you know. With my values as a Christian, I haven't been moving like that, man. And I've been falling back to my old self. And I've seen some of you guys in the comment section like calling it out, like, Jadeon, you're going back to your old self. You know what I mean? Like dibbling, dabbling in pranks and stuff like that. And, you know, even though, you know, Joe wasn't doing a good thing by squatting at his mom's house and stuff like that, you know, at the end of the day, who am I to just, you know, troll and stuff? I have so many other better things I should be doing. Like that time and money I spent getting that stream set up could have been for a bunch of catches. You know what I mean? Getting bad people off the streets. And so what I'm here to just pretty much say is the shenanigans are stopping. The shenanigans are over. And genuinely, like, this was a very humbling experience that I really needed. And I genuinely think if this didn't happen, it just would have continued. You know what I mean? And who knows? It could have been something worse. It could have been something horrible that I could never come back
I mean, my power already went out once, so I'm sitting here crossing my fingers that it doesn't do it again in the middle of the stream.
from. You know what I mean? So I'm just blessed that God let it be something like this, you know, that I put myself in a situation like this to where I can actually rebound and do better. And you know what? You genuinely, to the Woodhaven Police Department, I see where you guys are coming from, you know? Like, bro, you're a small town and you got this YouTuber having fans coming all over the place and stuff like that. You know, you guys have never probably had anything like that happen in your town before. And, you know, quiet towns like to stay quiet. And, you know, to officers,
I think I hate to cut it off, but I hate to, I think I know where this is going. He's just not gonna stream anymore. He feels bad about what he did. He was an ass, but he's, yeah, blah 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 blah. I think I'll go ahead and leave it there. What is everybody saying down here? Who's genuinely getting cooked in the comments? 60% 60% genuinely, 30% 39% apology, 1% multi-millionaire. YouTuber apology are the funniest fucking shit. Rosalie told them to make a genuine apology. Genuinely, I don't think you're bad guys, just a multi-millionaire. Oh my god. Bro, you're a trespass. That's genuinely a crime. Oh. Okay, yeah, he's getting cooked in the comments, but I think this is something that'll just blow over with time. Like, I don't think this is gonna, like, be a thing forever. He didn't hurt anybody. He hurt himself and his film crew more than anything, but he didn't hurt anybody like some of the other fucking people. Like, he didn't groom anybody. He didn't film a fucking dead body. He didn't, yeah. It was cringe. You're guilty of being cringe. Absolutely. Like, that's basically the extent of what he did. You're guilty of being cringe. Stop that. You're cringe. There it goes. Cringe. All right, we're gonna see how long this one is. Holy shit. Okay, we're gonna save that because I don't want to go too much longer today. Just because of the storm. We'll watch this one. No, pause, chill. Chill. We're gonna watch a video here in a second. Okay. Who's ready for a CJ the Champ video?
Shut your clanker ass up, people.
I got this!
Oh.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
For ice cream, same.
Nigga was the devil, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Forbidden Files. Now, let me quickly explain to y'all what this is.
I just started watching.
These are not trials. These are files and cases for characters that, quite honestly, don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the Forbidden Tier, and it is strictly reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting this series off with a character that was so disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that is none other than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated form. Niggas talk about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like, this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was non-force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, dead ass, bro. If he wanted you out of that,
I always forget that he wasn't force sensitive at all. He was just about it. Bro knew ball.
He go do it himself, on feet by himself. The nigga straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars and have never seen this man in the
You have
2D
not seen
version,
Grievous.
then, woo, you're in for a ride. So let's not waste no more time. Without
I was there when that show was airing. I was a child when that show was airing. I was there for that. Were you there for that?
further ado. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once.
What do you mean? There were multiple Jedis who just became one with the Force. They're just an incorporeal form, and like we're capable of the Force. The fuck do you mean? He could do it. He could have.
Right here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission on this one planet, they get hailed from this one Jedi Master. And this man is fighting for his life and panicking. Bro was on the line like,
help.
We need immediate evac. This new droid general is unstoppable. Oh God, what the hell? And the next thing that you see when they
I must admit, I saw the 2003 preview, but only him in action. Yeah, no, you need to see the. You need to watch the show.
swap to that
Even just watch this video or watch a compilation of Grievous from the 2003 animated series.
planet is this man falling over and dying, and Grievous stopping the communicator in the ground. The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master. Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole ass master. That is fucking horrifying. Now let's continue. The other Jedi that are with the Master that just got boomed are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship,
Not just droids, the super battle droids.
Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made all the droids stop shooting, this man got on the mic and said,
Attention, Jedi scum! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army! Now, I could have my character swift tease you right now, but where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievous, will personally come in there and slam you niggas out myself!
Damn, he said it like that. He said it with his chest.
So after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and getting prepared for this nigga. Because Grievous is walking towards them right now. And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers. Especially these three. Longhead ass Kiadi Mundi, who is a member of the Jedi Council, Shakti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in the Force Unleashed, and Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like, these are no.
I gotta say, Shakti went down like a bitch during Order 66, and so
to fight in the Force Unleashed.
And so did she,
Alien shorty that took like
as we saw.
backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like,
They all went down like bitches. But they all make it out of this encounter with Grievous.
These are known Jedi Masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating bullets is insane. So while Grievous was approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins. This poor Padawan.
Oh yeah, I just noticed this.
And believe it or not, his name is actually Shaggy. Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually is a Jedi version of Shaggy. Like, that is just hilarious to me, bro. But anyway.
No, they can't do that and not make him a master. You can't just have Shaggy be a Padawan. That's fucked. He dies here. I guarantee it. Shaggy wouldn't die here.
The same scary ass nigga in Star Wars as well ended up losing his composure. So he runs outside just to get squashed by this nigga Grievous.
I like how there's not even a body.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him.
The rings.
The sonic rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely,
the rings.
His entire body disappeared. That means the impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished into the ground. His body was literally unrecoverable. So after Grievous squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi.
Aku. That just reminded me of Samurai Jack for a second.
Laughing at their asses, then shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas were shook because
and I'm gone.
To a survival horde. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one.
Why you gotta use that?
Moving back with their backs against each other. You see this nigga appear out of the shadows like Batman hanging from the roof. Dude is literally looking over them.
Bro, you're looking in that direction. How do you not see him?
Stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He jumps from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas, fighting the whole 1v5 and enjoying every second of it. And dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever
Let it
seen.
rip.
Bro, how the hell are you supposed to fight a 10-foot cyborg that can move his body like a Beyblade? Oh, and guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane. He started breakdancing on their asses, fighting them.
He really got with it. He got down with it.
Hell, a 10-foot cyborg should be moving like this. No twin, nuh-uh. I'll be for real, bro. If I saw this shit, I'd put the saber down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand why George Lucas.
I quit. Kill me.
So as the fight continued, long-head-ass Kiadi Mundi tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof.
How do you dodge a force push?
Start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one, but Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack, and when old boy tried to swing at him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with his green one, then
Tricata
with his other one. Bro, boom that.
That's illegal. That's basically Tricata. That's illegal. You can't do that.
Musty ass wildebeest immediately when he was 1v1 with him. So after the wildebeest Yeti hybrid got boomed, Shang-Chi decides to throw a bunch of scrap at him. But Grievous ends up cutting through.
For those who don't know, Tricata is a lightsaber form that both the Sith and the Jedi looked out on as either weak or dishonorable. It's whenever you ignite or whenever you turn off and turn on your lightsaber to get the jump on your opponent. I think throwing your lightsaber up to dodge and then catching it again counts. I think that counts. Do you need attention, little lady? Are you scared of the storm? Uppies. Okay. Okay, here, you want to lay on the desk?
Then this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'm gonna refer to him as Yeet because a nigga got a turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams bro's head into the ground, breaking his neck on impact. Bro
He's dead.
Chance. He didn't even get to swing the saber. His last seconds of life was him getting his face gripped by this man's foot, then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped, because after Grievous boomed him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face mid-air, then swung both of their bodies across the map with his feet. That has got to be one of the most insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them
disrespectful.
is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Kiadi and Shaak Ti. So Grievous ended up insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Kiadi.
Wait, we still gotta fight him? Oh no, we're the only ones left.
And Shaak Ti. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Kiadi's ass across the stage, taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shaak Ti. And he was pushing her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in to swing on her, but Shaak Ti barely blocks this with the force and gets sent flying into a pillar. And
use that Ezra Bridger move.
So the last man standing was Kiadi Mundi with his elongated, dingling head. So Grievous grabbed Shaak Ti's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Kiadi, laughing at his ass like,
"You fool with your elongated head.
Three sword style.
Trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku."
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Kiadi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately. And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Kiadi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said, "Troopers, blast that half-breed clanker." So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the dash.
Where did you guys come from?
Every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they continue trying to shoot bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all of the clones in front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up getting
the gorilla clip is crazy.
I know his 40-yard dash speed is fast as hell. And Kiadi and the clones end up retreating. So yeah, that right there was General Grievous's first ever appearance.
He really said, "Get back here, I'm not done with you," like he didn't almost just get slimed out.
Into oblivion, put wildebeest nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet with his feet, and broke his neck, and threw their asses across the ship with his feet, and damn near killing Shaak Ti along with Kiadi Mundi. Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed up.
Oh, he had the whole three sword style, dude, and it's not in his mouth. That should be illegal.
The communicator, along with his entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shaak Ti on a stretcher, and had Kiadi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? That was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier.
What? I love how he just kind of looks like a bird, by the way.
Let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see are the events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now
2003, Grievous has aggressive bird energy. Oh,
this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down, this evil ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievous to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the separatists end up pulling up to Coruscant and a massive battle just ensues. Now before we get to Grievous, we gotta take a detour real quick, because this is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo.
Oh, this is what leads into episode 3. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood what he said.
Popping off this battle, nigga turned into the Doomslayer. Just look at this shit. Him and his squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro, boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws
Fuck
his
the clankers!
blows his head off, then picked up his blaster in his left hand.
Fordo the goat.
Like, nah, bro. You know this man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds. So while the battle continued and Captain Fordo was running up the scoreboard, we
kind of one-sided, isn't it?
Watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving a care in the world. This man doesn't care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like, good. I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga.
Good.
So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea, Shock T, a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi end up pulling up with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shock T, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle? And she like, no, old ass nigga, I'm trying to get your ass to safety. But while they continued to stay in this room, they started hearing footsteps around the room. And when they started getting louder, Shock T knew immediately who this was. Get down, miss!
I've heard this before. We should all run now.
Hi, how are you?
So he
Hi, how are you?
himself right in the room. And look at this mechanical, lanky ass nigga ore farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started dropping niggas off. So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine like,
Greetings, Master. I've come to pick you up.
Shut the fuck up. You mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit till the 3rd movie.
I'm sorry, Lucius.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So Grievous tries to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away. And they end up taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones. But bro didn't care that he was surrounded at all.
20 clones? Like day at work.
Dude was actually
For Grievous, at least.
Now he could let loose and kill some niggas.
What the fuck was that?
Grievous jumps up and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room down. Look at what he does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall, then just slices him down the middle. And I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own leg, then throws him out the window. No!
Goodbye.
That is one of the worst ways to ever go out. Bro grabbed his leg with his
Where are you
own
going?
leg, then sent him flying, and he's gonna fall for like 100 floors before he goes splat. Oh man, rip that guy, bro. So as he continued to murder everybody in this room and make this clone look up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest.
Are you there, God? It's me, clone number 2356. Help me.
Kills of all time. Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams his skull into the wall. Oh dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors. If you look to the right, you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can.
Cherry? Oh, fuck, I'm gonna. That's gonna be me next, isn't it?
Tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies get slimed like that, I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate, or just run. Those are your only options. Look what happens to this royal guard. Bro, grab.
Please. Mercy.
Him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These
That's
clones are
crazy.
having some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen, because this is just getting ridiculous. So Grievous just continued to murder everyone in that room. Those clones stood zero chance against this.
Clanker.
They were literally used as meat shields so Shock T and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the screams of everybody getting murdered in there. Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to come up. Because dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the screams stopped, they knew that.
Please. Please. Please.
The head start that they got was over. Grievous busts through the door on all fours, running at them like a rabid dog while dodging multiple force pushes. So Shock T ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator, but that didn't put Grievous down at all. So later on after they escape, they're all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground. So they thought they were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted for a whopping 10 seconds. They look to the right, and this nigga Grievous is running down the building. Oh my God! He is running down a building, keeping up with a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said, nah, twin, fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at him. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes. I mean, they gotta try something.
Absolutely.
So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went too far back. I'm sorry.
Reach the ground floor. They are.
What is this? I get it was like simpler animation, but what is this?
Surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just dropped.
Come on, we didn't even zoom in that much, and they're at least like lined out
from the building right in front of them. So Mr. Man-Slug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time. He uses those damn grippers, digs in the ground.
What is?
And starts moving through the house. They was trying every trick in the book and couldn't stop this.
That's why men went literal chicken mode.
So they just decided to run. There was no point in fighting them. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the final 2 clones.
I did say that Grievous looked like a fucking bird, and then he turned into a fucking chicken.
So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine was Shakti and the other 2 Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing them. And this whole chase was just insane. They went from fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it, making it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station. And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man Grievous pops up right behind them. Jump scare.
Hello there.
Boom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back. Then kicks both of the 2 Jedi to the side. So he ends up walking up to Shakti and telling them,
I have unfinished business with you.
Jedi scum! You may have escaped from me before, but today you will be slammed!
But Shakti
Tip of the spear, by the way.
A 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the force to wrap this man's cape around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked. And this finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous. Shakti ended up splitting up from him, and the other 2 Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear. But they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by
Are you sure about that?
Would stop this nigga. Grievous was waiting for them in that room the entire time. So he drops down and starts fighting the other 2 Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker going back like, good.
Oh, he's good.
So
Palpatine being like, oh, this guy's good.
I'm those niggas, Grievous. Put them on a shit. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other 2 arms and starts using all 4 of them holes. And when he was using all 4 of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts both of them down in a heartbeat. And it was game over for both them niggas. So Grievous finds Palpatine, and he looking at him like,
I've done it, Lord Sidious. Are you impressed?
About fucking time, you half-breed clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real...
Half-breed Clank is fucking wild.
Oh no, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was to him. But anyways, Shakti finally ends up making it to the room, but she's too late. She sees the other 2 Jedi dead, and Grievous holding up Palpatine, and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shakti dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shakti runs at Grievous, but he hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shakti some actual shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just ties her up and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave,
why'd he let her live but kill the other 2? That doesn't make any sense.
My goat, Mace motherfucking Windu nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon twin, and crushes this man's sternum. Look how he had this man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship takes off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith,
and that's the nerfing him that they were talking about.
It starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of case 2. So let's look at our final carnage report for case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shakti for a 2nd time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File. I hope everybody can clearly see and understand why this demon got nerfed. Because if he was moving like this in Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars, then dear God, the Republic would have been cooked. So yeah, 2003 General Grievous, that nigga had to go, just straight up.
So that was his introduction. So technically though, why didn't he move? So if the first thing we saw was his introduction, if the first thing we saw with his introduction when he killed Shaggy and all that, if that was his introduction, and then he was moving like that still at the very end of that series, which was the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, the movie, why wasn't he moving like that in the Clone Wars, the animated series, which is in between all of that? That doesn't make any sense to me. But oh well. Oh well. All right. Well, I'm going to save the rest for later. I don't want to we also have the 2 Ryuga videos, which we will watch next time we have a react stream. Yeah. Oh, because it's Gendy Gendy. Gendy. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak. Hold on. It is okay. Gendy Tartakovsky. Okay. I don't know why I didn't want to be like, no, his name's not Gendy. Oh my god. Fuck off. Anyway. Genji Tortellini. Shut the fuck up. Next time we do this, we'll be probably doing that one Casual Geographic video you sent me, James, and then probably the catching up on the Bricks and Minifigs drama. So on Tuesday. I'm probably gonna post a stream schedule tonight before I go to bed, or I will post it tomorrow when I get home from work. Tomorrow there's also a new video over on the second channel, Ignis Live. Down below there's a link to it. It's going to be the full playthrough of Hex, or the Hex, which we did live a few weeks ago. Full playthrough. It's about 5 or so hours. So yeah, enjoy that. They need a swaggly. Shut the fuck up. On that note, we're done. Bye. You guys have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. I will see you guys again on Tuesday for more of this just chilling, reacting, and hanging out stream. And then we'll be doing some more gaming on Wednesday and Thursday. Peace out. I'm hitting the buttons. Bye-bye.